guys, my name is Megan and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my favourite books as just a little get to know me, as this is my first video on this channel. If you do like this video, please give it a like and subscribe, and I'll put all my links down below where you can follow me on Instagram and Goodreads. Hope you enjoy. So the first book I'll be talking about is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas. This series is absolutely amazing, and especially this book. Everyone loves this book and I know why. It's just so good. I don't want to spoil anything from the first book, so I won't actually tell you what it is about, but I will tell you that Rhys and Feyre were absolutely amazing in this book. The plot was really good in this book, the ending was really good in this book, the chemistry was really good in this book, and just the other characters as well that connect with the other books was just absolutely amazing, and the world building was absolutely amazing. I absolutely adored this book and I probably will reread it again at some point. Yes, absolutely amazing book. The next book I'll be talking about is Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. This book is about a girl called Bree, and she basically moves to a town called Pelion in Maine, and she meets a boy called Archer, and he cannot speak. We actually do get the reason as to why he cannot speak in this book, so I will not spoil it for you, but he communicates via sign language, and she actually does know sign language, and they communicate really well through that. That's basically like how they communicate throughout the whole book, and it's absolutely so well done. Their chemistry was absolutely amazing. Archer is the best book boyfriend ever, and I absolutely adore this book to the point where it made me cry. Not a lot of books do that. Yes, I definitely recommend reading this book if you haven't already. It is an absolutely amazing book, and Mia Sheridan is just such a lovely human being. I absolutely adore her. So yes, definitely give that one a read when you can. The next book I'll be talking about is It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. This book and Hook, Line and Sinker was absolutely amazing, but I absolutely adore this book. It took so many blue tabs like out of my tab collection. It just took so many. It's about this girl named Piper, and she has some trouble in LA, and her mum and her stepdad, I think it is, sends her off to a little town in Washington called Westport, and there she meets a crabman called Brendan. They just have like the most amazing connection ever. It's small town, it's grumpy sunshine. Stuff happens in this book where you're like, where can I get that? Is it free? Amazon Prime? Tessa Bailey really knows how to write a good book, and the fact that Westport is a real place as well is absolutely amazing. I absolutely adored this book so much. It is one of my absolutely top favourite books by far. Yeah, and it actually is becoming a movie. Woo! The next book I'll be talking about is The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. I actually have the indie version before she got published. This is very heavily tabbed. So this is the published version. I absolutely adored this book. It's about a boy named Rowan, and he basically is part of this theme park called Dreamland. Him and his brothers own it, his dad and his granddad, and he actually has to fulfill part of his granddad's will. The same with the other two brothers in the series. They have to fulfill part of the will so that they can become sole owners of Dreamland. And there he hires Zara, who was originally doing like princess hair and like all this stuff. She's very good at designing, so he hires her, and it's a workplace romance. It's grumpy sunshine, as you can tell there's a theme. It's just such a very lovely book, such a cute book. Their connection is absolutely amazing, and I absolutely adore this book with everything in me, especially the other two books in the series. I think are absolutely amazing. The next book I'll be talking about is The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata. This is a slow burn romance, which is very prominent in the Mariana Zapata books. So if you don't like slow burn romances, do not read them. This is very long and chunky. So this is about a NFL player, well, NFO, but it's NFL. NFO. He has an assistant called Vanessa, and she basically thinks that like this job is terrible, I'm quitting. And he's like, no, you're not. He basically asks her to come back and work with him, and because he is actually Canadian, he says the only way that he can stay and play in the sport is if we marries an American person, and she is American. So they get married. It's fake dating, sports romance, Grumpy Sunshine. Definitely recommend if you're into Snowburn romances. Sports romances, Grumpy Sunshine, fake dating. It's absolutely amazing. I love this book so much. I just think the connection between Aiden and Vanessa is so real. Like, it felt real to me. Like, I thought, wow, I'm actually watching like a documentary like on an NFL player and his wife. Like, wow, like it was really realistic, and I absolutely love that about that book. The next book I'll be talking about is Twisted Games by Ana Huang. This series is absolutely amazing, but especially this book. I don't think anything can make me feel the way I felt when I read this. So this is about a princess named Bridget and her bodyguard Reese, and Reese is the best boyfriend out of the Hot Twisted series, and I don't want to hear any criticism. This man did not grovel once. He was the most perfect boyfriend ever. I just love it so much. Bridget's brother actually abdicates. He actually abdicates, so that puts her in line for the throne. And she did actually have Reese as a bodyguard when he abdicated, but he worked his magic and he became her bodyguard. It's forbidden romance, bodyguard princess romance, Grumpy Sunshine romance. As you can see, there is a currently. And yeah, I just absolutely loved this book. Definitely, if you didn't like the first book, Twisted Love, push through for this book because it's so worth it. This is such an amazing book. So yeah, the next two books I'll be talking about are Addicted After All and Hot House Flower by Krista and Becca Ritchie. I absolutely loved both of these books. They're actually an interconnected series, hence why I'm talking about one and two at the same time. So we'll talk about Addicted After All first. This book is the last book in the Addicted series, and it's basically just the roundup for Lily and Lo's story, which I thought was absolutely so well done. The growth between these two was insane, and I don't think anything will ever compare for a growth between two characters in love ever again. I absolutely adored this book. I thought that it was so well written, and I loved seeing them both healthy and happy. It's just so amazing. All of the Addicted books are, there's no breakup. There is no other woman romance, like other cheating scandals. They are very loyal to each other, and I absolutely loved that. And just the ending and them having their happy ending, it was just absolutely amazing to see. And then in the Calloway Sisters series, which is the interconnected series to the Addicted series about Lily's sisters, I very thoroughly enjoyed Hot House Flower. This is age gap, so if you are not one for them romances, please do not read this book. I thought that seeing Daisy become confident in herself, away from her parents, away from the media, away from the public eye, was absolutely amazing. And I loved seeing Reich support her in that way, and just seeing her have fun and be carefree. I thought it was absolutely amazing. The last book I'll be talking about is The Deal by Elle Kennedy. This is the first book of the Off-Campus series, and the whole series in a whole was just so amazing, but this one sticks out to me the most because it made such a big impact on my life. This is about a hockey player called Garrett, and he sees this girl in his lecture and he's like, oh, she's beautiful, she's got really good grades, I don't have good grades, and if I don't have good grades I won't be on the team, I'm going to ask her to tutor me. So they make a deal. She tutors him while he helps her make her crush jealous and helps her crush notice her. And it's just such a fun, cute romance. Nothing will ever compare between Garrett and Hannah ever. The only thing that probably would is Tucker and Sabrina. The impact this book had on me was just, I'd never ever be the same ever again. I thought it was so good. Definitely read this if you love sports romance, especially hockey romance. And yeah, I just thought it was really cute. So that is all the books I have to show you today. I hope you enjoyed my first video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe, and I'll leave all my links in the description for you to see. thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.